is happening? How is life? It's April, 6 months. I mean, not that everything is about when I go to Hawaii, but 6 months to the day almost that I will leave. It just makes me a little bit overwhelmed, but also just so thankful. It just featuring, Shadow, the king himself. I mean, please, like, who is it? Hold yourself up because you're too fire. Okay, Sheila. Okay, give me huggies. Yeah, that's so nice. That's so nice, Sheila. Okay, give me a kiss. Okay. We're working on it. He's going crazy. Okay, so far today, I have done a lot of things. I had a doctor's appointment this morning because I hadn't had a physical in a while, since I went to Africa. Shadow! So, I was up early this morning. I got home, I made some breakfast, I watched a few different mentorship / business video things that I love watching that just motivates me and gets me inspired and passionate about what I do. He is crying because there are so many dogs on different walks outside right now. So no, I do not neglect him. Shayla, big baby, come here. After breakfast, I read through a little bit of my reading that I'm doing right now. I just finished 1st and 2nd Samuel, which is so fitting because the David series is huge right now, which I only just started watching it. But I just finished 2nd Samuel and I just started 1st Kings this past week. And oh my God, 1st Kings, I know I've read it before, but 1st Kings is actually one of the most interesting books. He is such a baby. One of the most interesting books I totally recommend. I think listening to Solomon basically dedicate the temple, and obviously this is the first temple that was dedicated to the Lord in that time period. It's just crazy. There's a verse in chapter 8 that I was reading today, and it was so cool because the way that Solomon is discussing how Israel is being reverent before the Lord, recognizing his name and his power and what he's capable of. In chapter 8, there's a part in, I think it's verse 41. He says, and nations far beyond Israel will hear the name of the Lord, recognize it, and bow to its power because of what they see and how they see the Israelites worshiping the Lord in this temple. How cool is that now to know that there are so many nations and there are so many different types of people and ethnicities and whatever that have been reached simply just from I don't know. I think people always think of the Great Commission and they're go ye into all the world as if it already hasn't happened and began. I think people forget that it really did start with just one nation. I think of it as an innovation type of thing, even with business and stuff. There are things and products in America that people in other countries have never heard of or used, and to be innovators of the gospel almost, and just being it just made me really reflect and think. And I've been going through this Braveheart thing with Peter Lewis too, through the Upper Room Church and all of this stuff, and he has been encouraging people to think what is a practical way that you can share your faith, not just do you know Jesus? Do you want to go to do you want to go to heaven, or are you gonna go to hell? Stuff like that. But being I, at one point in my life, was anxious, lost, purposeless, striving, trying to be perfect on my own, in all human ways possible, trying to measure up to the world standard. And I turned to Jesus and was oh, I don't have to do any of that to feel whole or feel perfect, because perfect is actually not without fault. It's actually completeness, which is wild. Anyways, 1st Kings has been really great. Just knowing that God always had everybody in mind one of the memory verses that I picked for this year to memorize is 2 Peter 3:9, and it says that the Lord isn't being slow about his promise, like in coming back and bringing us to heaven and like ruling and reigning with us. Like he's not being slow about that, but he's actually being patient so that everyone will repent and that nobody is destroyed. Like he doesn't want anybody to suffer eternally. That's why he's not just like coming back now, because there's so many more people to be added to the kingdom. And I think that's just like so beautiful that like even in Solomon's time, when the temple was first being built, the Lord was thinking about us. And like he had more than Israel in mind at that time. Or at least Solomon had it on his heart and the Lord was speaking through. Like, come on, that's so cool. Anyways, that was what I was reading. I ended up going on a little run, which was great. But it wasn't as great as like I would desire it to be. I really need to get new running shoes. I've just been waiting for the new Cliftons to come out. And so I don't know if they come out. I don't know. I'm just like super indecisive when I buy stuff. So anyways, oh my gosh. The children are home from school and one of them is like tackling the other in our front yard right now. So that's healthy. It's just giving. I don't know if this is a play or not. Oh, they're having fun. Good, they're smiling. Okay. So I went for a run. I showered. I did a little bit of work. I had to do a few things for coaching, just like a few certification things as I did that. Because, you know, I don't know how to do one thing at once sometimes. Multitasking. I was listening to a podcast. Love Theo Vaughn. He's so lighthearted. He just did a podcast with Morgan Wallen, which, if you know me at all, I don't know how to put my finger on it, so I'm going to have to do a separate video all about that. But anyways, whatever. I watched that podcast. It was great. And while I was doing that, I was doing my core certification. Or not my core certification. Coach's Advantage tutorial. It's like about like drugs and doping and like all of the testing things that they have to do if they're like, whatever. It was great. Yeah, I did my nails while I did that. So 3 things at once. I did like a navy color. I also did my toes, but I'm not going to show you my feet because feet are disgusting. So I am cooking dinner for my family because I enjoy cooking. It's like one of my favorite hobbies. It doesn't feel like a chore to me. It actually just feels like creative and like exciting. I love it. The rest of the day, I just need to get more work done. I have a few more things on my to-do list. I have another workout that I have to do. I have to have a bike, take my sister to the gym. I want to read a chapter of my basic economics book. Tomorrow I have a really important meeting, so got to get prepared for that. I'm super excited to meet up with a client. So I'll have to get into like all of my life updates and stuff because I haven't been on the channel in a minute, and I do have some videos planned and ready. I just haven't posted them yet. So stay tuned. Oh, another important part of my day that I almost forgot. I took an Epsom salt bath and I read my book that educates me about dogs, because if you didn't know, I love dogs so much, like with my entire being. I think the Lord just like gave me another like heart, separate from my own heart. I have like another heart in here somewhere, and it's like simply set aside for dogs. Anyways, he knew I was talking about him. But I took an Epsom salt bath while I was reading my book about dogs, and I learned today something crazy. Dogs actually have different ways of communicating through their posture. It was really interesting. Loved it. I'm like a third of the way maybe through that book. Also, this hair is not clean. It's definitely not clean. It's my slicked back with a little bit of gel plus sweat. And we're doing no makeup today. And my new earrings. Shout out to Von Mar because it's my favorite store ever. Yeah. Okay, Shadow's gonna cry even more if it doesn't get to go outside. You'll say cry? Okay, we're gonna go. Dinner So,
And brown birds. Weirdo.
what's up? We are truly dying of heat stroke. I don't know what is wrong with LA Fitness. I swear they keep their freaking cycling room at like 81 degrees. I'm probably being a little bit dramatic. They literally die of heat stroke every single time I come in here. It's been like an hour, 5 minutes. I feel like I'm choking, like I'm in freaking like Masada or something in Israel, or it's like one of the hottest places I've ever been, probably. I feel so weak for whatever reason, probably because yesterday's lift was treacherous. I took an Epsom salt bath though today, so I should have been like relatively strong feeling now, but it's not hitting. I'm watching House of David as I sweat my entire body and soul. I only have like 20 minutes left, but we out here. It's kind of trippy looking at all the bikes that way.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Yeah, feel these words inside your chest. You are loved, you are chosen. Your body isn't broken. For every door that closes, a better one gets opened. You got a light inside, too radiant to hide. If you don't think so, let me change your mind. Wherever you go, wherever you